Before we start this video, subscribe to my channel, give a like, and click the bell for more updates. So I made a book about how to play chess, and now I'm going to be making a video about coral reefs. I also did this for school. Okay, table of contents. Chapter 1, what are the coral reefs? Yeah, I need to organize this thing. Yeah, actually I already did. Okay, chapter 1, what are coral reefs? Chapter 2, what is the life cycle? Chapter 3, why are they so important? Chapter 4, what do corals eat? That's actually a fact. Coral reefs can actually eat plant things. Chapter 5, where do coral reefs live? On Chapter 6, on coral, what does algae do? Okay, let's start. Chapter 1, what are coral reefs? Okay, here's a photo that says an example of how a coral reef would look. As you can see, this is a beautiful picture. Alright, chapter 1, what are coral reefs? Coral reefs are tiny fish. What are coral reefs? Coral reefs are the protectors of tiny fish who need protection from bigger predators who want to eat them. They provide shelter from the shape of the coral. If you want to learn more about coral reefs, I can help you because in this book I'll be telling you all about it. This is basically an introduction. Yeah, this is a photo for chapter 2, not chapter 1. Okay, chapter 2, what is the life cycle? Here's a picture of the life cycle if you don't know. Oh, great. Chapter 2, what is the life cycle? A life cycle is a series of events in an organism's life as it changes from one form to the next and eventually returns to the starting state by means of reproduction. In this lesson, we will learn, or maybe I should add, in this book, we will learn about the cell cycle of the life cycle of corals. A coral's life cycle starts from an egg. Then once it hatches, then it becomes a larva called planula. The planula is a type of zooplankton. In this case, it's a coral plankton. The planula is able to maneuver by the cilia that covers its body. These planulae are microscopic, and although they have the ability to move, they are not strong enough to swim against the current. During this phase, the planula is looking for the suitable solid substrate to settle on. The planula settles on a hard substrate and begins undergoing metamorphosis. Metamorphosis occurs when the organism develops a juvenile to an adult. The juvenile polyp begins to lay down on a calcium carbonate, I don't know how to pronounce this thing, corallite. If the coral is colonial or something, then the polyp will go through a sexual, I think that's how it's pronounced, reproduction to form more polyps, expanding the size of the coral colony and increasing the number of coral polyps. Then the adult polyps will become sexually mature. The life cycle will begin all over, steps 1 to 8. Chapter 3, why are they so important? You might be thinking, why are coral reefs so important? You might be thinking, you might just go to a nearby coral reef and take some coral home. But no, you can never ever take natural things away from the coral reef. Because if you're taking away some of the coral, you're actually taking an animal's home. How? Because if the coral reef is a home to many animals who call it home, it is like taking down your house. That is not good. I'll give 5 reasons why coral reefs are important. Firstly, and perhaps most obviously, protecting coral reefs is important as they are some of the most diverse ecosystems on Earth. Coral reefs support more organisms than any other marine environment. In fact, it is thought that there are still large numbers of undiscovered marine species that call coral reefs their home. Another reason is that we need to protect coral reefs is for tourism. Diving and snorkeling are hugely popular activities, and many coral reefs attract large numbers of people. Many local people depend on money that coral reefs bring to their area. Without reefs, these people would be left without a livelihood, I think. Okay, number 3. Coral reefs have many large number of undiscovered benefits too. Coral reef organisms are already being used in treatments for cancer and HIV, and it is unknown for how many other organisms may be the source of medical advancement. It also could be, like I did not add this, it also could be a cure for the coronavirus, maybe. Okay, number 4. Additionally, coral reefs provide humans with vital protection from waves, hurricanes, and even tsunamis. Coral reefs are able to prevent coastal erosion, flooding, and even destruction of buildings. Finally, coral reefs have a significant intrinsic value. They are hugely important in local culture, and they are important to all those who want to witness them firsthand. Chapter 4. What do corals eat? Corals eat a couple of types of food. Here are what corals eat. Waterborne plants. I think that's how you spell that. Borne plants or algae. Most of the coral consume waterborne plants such as algae, phytoplankton, invertebrate larvae, floating plankton, and derutus. These waterborne plants provide the nutrients that the corals need to survive. Bacterioplankton, which consists of free-living bacteria, is also one of the primary sources of food for corals. Chapter 5. Where do coral reefs live? So you might be wondering where you might find a coral reef. Coral or coral reefs. While most of the substantial coral reefs found today are between 5,000 and 10,000 years old, they are most often found in warm, clear, shallow water where there's plenty of sunlight to nurture the algae that the coral rely on for food. Chapter 6. On coral, what does algae do? AKA the last. Most reef-building corals contain photosynthetic algae called zooxanthellae. I think there's a lot of new words in here that I added for some reason that live in their tissues. So the corals and algae have a mutualistic relationship. The coral provides the algae with a protective environment and compounds they need for photosynthesis. Yeah, that's what it's called, photosynthesis. In return, the algae produce oxygen and help the coral to remove wastes. Alright, that's the end of this book, my book, again. So I hope you enjoyed my informational text, and I hope to see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and give a thumbs up. I will see you in our next video. Bye!